Rishikesh's weight-loss ashram.
The name of Rishikesh is closely connected with the rishis or sages. According to legend, the sage Rabya Rishi performed deep austerities here, and as a reward, the god Vishnu appeared to him in the form of Rishikesh. This is the story of the origin of the city's name. The name Rishikesh is derived from the Sanskrit word Rishikesh, which is one of the names of the god Vishnu and means Lord of the Senses. The legend tells that the sage Rabya Rishi performed austerities here, and Vishnu appeared to him in this form. Rishikesh in India is known as the yoga capital of the world. Located on the banks of the sacred Ganges River, it offers a unique blend of spirituality and adventure. In year 68, the Beatles visited Rishikesh to study meditation with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Many of their songs were written here, including Sexy Sadie, which was inspired by their disappointment with the guru's behavior.
Saime Erodas Haridwara.
I arrived with the Garkalne District Folk Dance Assembly, Saime, at the University of Haridwar, one of the most prominent higher education institutions in India, located in the city of Haridwar, state Uttarakhand. It is widely known for its scientific and spiritual education, combining modern academic standards with traditional values. The university offers a wide range of study programs in various fields, including engineering, social sciences, life sciences, business administration, yoga, and spiritual practices. The University of Haridwar is known for its unique approach to education, which is based on not only academic education but also on spiritual and personal development, reflecting the heritage of Haridwar as a holy place. It is a place where students can develop their knowledge and skills while perfecting their spiritual nature and seeking inner peace. Haridwar is one of the most important holy places in India, located on Uttarakhand on the banks of the Ganges River, known as the Gateway of the Gods, and one of the 7 most important pilgrimage destinations in Hinduism. Haridwar attracts devotees from all over the world who visit the place, participate in bathing ceremonies in the holy waters on the Ganges River, and seek spiritual purification. The history of Haridwar is deeply rooted in Hindu mythology. According to legend, the god Shiva allowed the Ganges to descend from heaven to earth at this very place. Haridwar is considered special, and many religious ceremonies and held here such as Aarti, lighting and prayer rituals on the banks of the Ganges, one of the most important memorial sites on the banks of the Ganges. Holy water ceremonies are held there, when devotees immerse themselves in the water to cleanse themselves of sins and gain spiritual peace. Ganga is one of the most important goddesses and symbols in Hindu mythology. She is considered a sacred river, a source of purification and healing. The myth of Ganges is closely associated with the god Shiva and Bhagirath. According to one of the most popular myths, Ganga originally lived in heaven, and her waters were so powerful and sacred that they could cause devastating floods on earth. Bhagirath, a king from ancient India, wanted Ganga to descend to earth to cleanse and heal the souls of his ancestors who had died and whose souls could not achieve liberation without the waters of Ganga. To get Ganges to earth, Bhagirath asked for Shiva's help. Shiva agreed that he would allow Ganga to descend to earth, but to prevent a flood disaster, he asked that Ganga remained in his hair. Ganga agreed, and her waters were divided by Shiva's hair, thus creating much smaller and more manageable streams that flowed to earth. The Ganges thus descends to earth, becoming a holy river that cleanses people of their sins and helps them achieve spiritual liberation. Bhagirath continued his journey forward, and when he reached his ancestors, Ganges released its waters, freeing them from the cycle of rebirth and helping them achieve moksha or liberation. Her waters are considered very pure and healing, and people who bathe in their waters or participate in ceremonies believe that they will be freed from sins and achieve spiritual purification. There are several temples and shrines throughout the city that have become important places of worship for Hinduism. For example, Mansa Devi Temple and Chandi Devi Temple, which offer breathtaking views of the city and the surrounding nature. The Kumbh Mela festival is much more than just a religious event. It is a fusion of life, culture, and mythology, where believers get the opportunity to experience spiritual rebirth. Therefore, the Kumbh Mela festivals take place in 4 cities when special astronomical phenomena occur, which are considered especially favorable for spiritual purification. According to legend, when the gods and demons perform the great Samudra Manthan, or churning of the ocean to obtain Amrita in drunkenness and struggleness, 4 drops of this vital nectar fell on earth in 4 places. During the Kumbh Mela, huge crowds can be seen in these 4 cities, participating in rituals, singing songs and offering sacrifices, experiencing unity and spiritual enlightenment. This festival is celebrated first in Haridwar on the Ganges River, second, Prayagraj, where the Ganges, Yamuna, Saraswati meet, which is now an imaginary mythical river that dried up in ancient times. Today this city is called Allahabad. Third, Nashik on the Godavari River. Fourth, Ujjain on the Kshipra River. This festival is also a unique opportunity to observe the ancient cultural and religious life of India, where beliefs and traditions are alive and continue to influence the world. The Kumbh Mela is an age-old tradition that brings together people from all of the world and seek not only purification from sins, but also a deeper understanding of life and spiritual growth. Kumbh refers to the zodiac sign of Aquarius, which is associated with the Kumbh Mela festival and its name. According to Hindus' mythology and astrology, Kumbh means tub or vessel, symbolizing the Amrita, nectar of immortality, that was extracted from the churning of the ocean. Aquarius, or the sign of Kumbh, symbolizes this vessel, which is filled with the life-giving Amrita, and therefore this sign is associated with the Kumbh Mela festival. When the appropriate astronomical constellations are present, the Kumbh Mela takes place in 4 holy cities, where the faithful are purified by immersion in the sacred bodies of water. The same Aquarius or Kumbh actually comes from the zodiac sign of Aquarius, which symbolizes the Amrita and its special spiritual power for growth that pilgrims seek during the festival. Kumbh is translated as tub, which means vessel, or cauldron. This word is used to denote a vessel in which Amrita, nectar of immortality, is stored. Thus, the name of the Kumbh Mela based on this word can be translated as Festival of Nectar or Amrita vessel. Interestingly, in Latvian there is a word kubls, which means vessel, and it sounds almost the same as Kumbh. While walking through the streets of Haridwar, I came to the source of Ganges, where there was an unknown temple complex. I met a nice sadhu there. Although our communication opportunities were very limited, this did not prevent us from laughing out loud. He laughed and told me how he nursed a cobra due to the surrounding excitement and bustle. The sadhu was pulled out of meditation and almost stepped on it without realizing it. He was said to have stroked it from head to toe, and the naga was calm and about a meter long. It seemed to have enjoyed contact. After the encounter, the sadhu was said to have let it go into the grass by the Ganges. I no longer remember in which language he told me that he was Shiva. I also told him that everything Shiva. After the conversation and the nice visit, the sadhu's friends offered to take me to the hotel. They perceived the sadhus as their grandfather and were happy to meet us. At the hotel we found out that there was a lot of noise on the street. We went to see what had happened there. A wedding. When the wedding circle of honor was over, I went to rest because the next day a big event was planned, a concert of the Latvian folklorist delegation in the Great Hall of Haridwar University.
Saime Ushas Devī, Sanskrit Universitātes vadītāju.
As it turns out, this concert was dedicated to the day of the old Latvian god Ūsiņš, or Ushas Devī in Hinduism, which represents the same divine attributes and dependence, but strangely enough the genders of the deities are different.
Ūsiņš pirmais koncerts.
Kukumeļu ganītājs, es guntiņas kurējiņš. Kukumeļu ganītājs, es guntiņas kurējiņš. Es guntiņas kurējiņš. Ūsiņš zirgu nojādīja, pie guļniekus meklēdams. Ūsiņš zirgu nojādīja, pie guļniekus meklēdams.
congratulations there. I think we all welcome you, we all thank you, we all thank you very, very much. The whole group is coming on the stage, and you can see their practice has not been stopping, they are continuing with their great enthusiasm, happiness and gratefulness to all of you who come across different parts of the world. Thank you. Always.
Saime Bruce Us Varanasi, Ilge or Vritzian. Saime Erodas Varanasi.
Varanasi is a place where believers visit Kashi Vishwanath temple, dedicated to Shiva. It is considered one of the main places to worship Shiva. Varanasi is considered a sacred place because its foundation is considered clean. According to the myth, Varanasi is a city that does not die. It is an eternal place where time, life and death are constant. The city Varanasi, or in ancient times is known as Kashi, is considered one of the oldest living cities in the world. It is very important in India and has many myths and legends. The city, located on the banks of Ganga, is between 3,000 and 5,000 years old, and it is for millions of people a sacred place. Shiva had traveled a lot around the world looking for the perfect place to find peace and meditate. He stopped in many places, but none of them was suitable for his goals. When he arrived at Varanasi, he felt a special divine power that formed this city for a place where people could experience spiritual liberation. It became his eternal home. Shiva, which is transformation and even the god of transformation. He created this city, obtain a person from the life cycle and get a torment. He brought down his divine energy to this place so that people who live and die here be liberated from sins and suffering. The city where many perform rituals by flushing in Ganga water is considered to be the place of mental purification and liberation. It is a place where people go to die and to get rid of life's chains come to higher spiritual levels. According to the myth, if a person dies in Varanasi and is cremated on the banks of the city, he is guaranteed a torment. Varanasi is one of the most important spiritual places in the world, which has been a source of inspiration and a religious center for thousands of years.
Don't preserve the body, because according to Hindu mythology, the body is just. So when the people bring the body from the home, they bring it first on the Ganga.
To wash it.
They wash it, and only men are allowed to come here on the cart. Women are not allowed. But because they are crying and everything they done in the home. But when they bring the body on the cremation cart, they don't cry.
Saime erodes Delhi.
We arrived in the Indian capital, Delhi, one of the largest cities in the world that combines the rich history, culture, trade, and modern trends. There are many important historical monuments in the city. Delhi is also an important political, cultural, and trading center, where various traditions and lifestyles encountered. The family arrived in Delhi very late and the plan was to go to see the Agra mausoleum early in the morning. Neither filming nor photography was possible.
Saime duados us agro.
Before the sunset, Taj Mahal will remain closed for visitors on Friday.
Šī dziesma krievu valodā skan prašaļnī parahod. Un tad
Skumjais kuģītis.
Horizontā. Prašaļnī, tā kā atvadu kuģī. Latvijas sanāk atvadu kuģītis. Nu tad.
Cik skaisti. I said goodbye to the lovely Yeskumar family who gave me a place to stay in Delhi. My host taught me various tricks of the Kriya yoga tradition as he is a teacher.
Marches duados us Dwarka.
Dwarka is one of the most important and holy cities in Hindu mythology, which is associated with God Krishna in the incarnation of Vishnu. The city has become a symbol that represents Krishna's reign and divine power. The myth of Dwarka is closely linked to the life of Krishna and his role as a god that protects and guides humanity. Today's Dwarka is located in the west of India and the state of Gujarat, and it is a very important pilgrimage.
Dwarka, Vienna, no Svetlam, Pilsetam.
Dwarka and the holy cities. The city has the famous Dwarka temple, one of the 4 sacred temples, Chandaram, recognized as the main places in Hinduism. The temple is dedicated to Krishna, and every year thousands of believers go to worship him and look for spiritual purification. The Dwarka myth shows not only the divine power of Krishna, but also how he protected humanity and created a sacred and complete world. The destruction of the city is a symbol of life cyclicity, and it reflects Krishna's mission to offer life liberation opportunities to those who follow him. Dwarka was also a place where Krishna lived after he left the ancient city of Mathura, where he had experienced many adventures, including the fight with demons. Krishna moved to Dwarka to protect people from evil forces and let them live peacefully and happy. Here he ruled as a ruler of the Yadava family and took many important actions related to his divine mission. Dwarka was the capital of Krishna, and he ruled in the city when he was in a human form on this earth. The city was built to serve as a safe refuge from him and his people. One of the most important myths in connection with Dwarka is related to its construction and its divine nature. Dwarka was built by the instructions of Krishna and with the help of Vishwakarma, who is the divine builder. The city was built in gold, silver, gemstones and other valuable materials, and it became one of the world's most beautiful and best protected places. It was also the place where Krishna ruled and where he lived with his wives and family members.
Dwarka,
My friend Dilip had arranged a cow feeding ritual for me. I went to enjoy the magic of countryside.
say something about the place or...
Very nice place, very beautiful cows. I like cows.
And did you like to feed cows?
Yes, it was a pleasure to feed cows. Cows are the best.
And wish to come again?
Yes, yes. Always feed cows. Feed some cow once in your life or twice.
Very good.
According to Hindu texts, especially Mahabharata and Bhagavad Puran, Lord Krishna from Dwarka was married to 16,108 wives. Of these, 8 were his main and legitimate wives called Ashtabharya. They were Rukmini, the first and the chief wife, which is considered the embodiment of Lakshmi, Satyabhama, a brave warrior and Indra granddaughter, Yambavati, daughter of the wild king Jambavan, Kalindi, the daughter of the sun god, Mitravinda, Avanti king's nephew, Nagnayiti, the daughter of the king of Kosala, Khadra, the granddaughter of Vishwakarma, Lakshmana, daughter of the king of Madras. Legend has it that demon Lord Naraka Asura had captured 16,100 princesses and imprisoned them in his fortress. Krishna defeated him and freed the women. Since they were not accepted by society, although these 16,100 wives symbolize the divine protection and the ability of Krishna to take care of their followers than literal marriage. They are considered to be Krishna's wives and the incarnations of his divine energy.
अपने प्रियजनों को देखते हुए उनसे बातें करें। अपना प्रभावी रूप से वीडियो फोन आज ही प्राप्त करें।
Kacha Diana, India.
I was talking to a real Ayurvedic doctor who introduced me to unique, versatile drugs that help against many ailments.
This is the very nice medicine for Indian Ayurveda, known as a Brahad Yograj Gukar. This is very, very useful in sciatica, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, also in stress condition, and this is related to the age. This is very useful.
Very useful.
This contains only herbals.
Only herbals. And how does a person who takes it use it?
You can take it after meal.
After
After meal.
meal.
One bidi. Twice a day.
Twice a day. After meal, one in the evening,
One in the-
one in the morning, one in the evening.
One a day.
Yeah, okay, thank
You are my best guest for India.
Yes.
Most welcome in India.
Okay.
You are most welcome by Dr. Yadav, also by most welcome by Dr. and my colleagues, Mr. Padya. Of course.
I said goodbye to the doctor from the Yadav family and went on a motorcycle with the Dili to see nature and some beautiful places around Dwarka. Krishna's life in Dwarka is associated with many legends that indicate his strength, wisdom and protection. One of the most important events is the Mahabharata battle at the time when he was Arjun's assistant and manager. Also in the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most important scriptures in Hindu, most of the time is in Krishna's life when he gives wisdom to Arjun. My trip to Dwarka was slowly coming to end because Dwarka is a small city where a week is enough to feel its unique charm and blessed atmosphere. I had made a mistake mistake in Delhi and booked a hotel for a longer period than necessary. I talked to the nice hotel owner and he offered me to transfer some of the money to another hotel so that I could visit another one from Saptapuri. I pricked up my ears and asked, what is this Saptapuri? It turns out I had already visited a few cities, Saptapuri, and my trip in the near future was already planned to Somnath, the city with probably the saddest hotel elevator in India. The 7 holy cities or Saptapuri are special because they are considered important to the gods. They are also often mentioned in Indian scriptures in Mahabharata and Purans. 7 cities are: the city of Ayodhya, where the Lord Rama was born, is one of the most important pilgrimages in Hindu. Mathura, the city of Krishna's birth, is very important for the worshippers of Krishna. Vrindavana, the place where Krishna spent his childhood. Kashi, Varanasi, home of Shiva. Kanchipuram, a city dedicated to the gods Vishnu and Shiva.
Dwarka, Krishna's Pilsedam.
Somnath, the sacred city which includes one of the 5 most important Jyotirlingams temples dedicated to god Shiva.
Mēs tagad dodamies uz Dwarkas salu, kur atrodas Krišnas templis un viņa mājiņa, kur viņš ir dzīvojis. Varētu teikt viņa office. Tā kā redzēsim, kas tur notiek. So, tell me a little bit about that place where we are going.
Right now we are going to Dwarka Island, where the Lord Krishna was his home, and in Dwarka there is his office like his kingdom. So in Dwarka his home is there, and in Dwarka his office is there, like his kingdom.
And when did he live there?
Pardon?
When did he live there?
According to our religion, before 5,000 years back.
5,000 years back.
Yes. And according to archaeology department, there is a 4,500 years the Lord Krishna was there, and they found some ashes in the underwater. There is a small documentary type of movie about lost city of Dwarka or golden city of Dwarka.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Šis nav Titaniks. Šis ir vienkārši indiešu kuģītis.
After a while, Dilip in secret from me made a small talk date for me with a beautiful and well-educated Indian woman who also went to visit the Dwarka island. A terrible wind blew and I could barely hear something.
For the Dwarka Island, joined with Indians and not even foreigners. From Latvia, Mars is here enjoying the trip for the Dwarka Island. That is called in Indian, according to Indian mythology, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Yes. Means all are our family.
Oh yes, we are all relatives. Brauciens ar nelielo kuģi iebāzties malā. Cerams, mēs nevaram. Priecīgs Ziemassvētku.
According to the myth, Dwarka was Krishna's second beloved, a mysterious city full of divine forces and was particularly related to life of Krishna. The legend says that Krishna chose Dwarka as one of his special places after he moved to Dwarka from Mathura. Dwarka is one of the most important places for Krishna's worshippers. It is considered the place where Krishna lived and ruled. Every year, thousands of pilgrims come to Dwarka to attend religious celebration organized in connection with Krishna's birthday celebration, Yamnashtami, and other holy days. The pilgrimage to this island is very important because believers believe that they can gain divine blessing and protection.
It's a sweet lift for Marsis. Yes.
Tell me about it a little bit. What is it?
This is an Indian leaf, and you can see this is green leaf. It's a fresh leaf, but this is ripe leaf. Ripe leaf has a beautiful taste. And inside you can see some sweets and nut and chinchu. This is very good mouth fresher leaf. And it's very good for after having food, very good to digest
Okay.
food.
Thank you.
And let me...
See my face when I try it? Okay, I will try
Yes,
it.
Marsis is trying Indian leaf.
I have to eat it or chew it?
Yes, just keep it. Okay, you can keep it in your mouth and you can have a good taste.
Nevarētu teikt, ka garša ir slikta, bet nevarētu teikt, ka viņi gribētu tos norīt. Mazliet jūt pēkeli, mazliet jūt citas garšas. Kopumā ņemot tīri graužams. Patīkam pēcgarša. Tiešām atsveidzinoša. Un droši vien, ka govīm arī tīri labi garšot. Vismaz daļa no tā visa. Tā kā paldies pānu tīnējiem. Saku, ka ir diezgan labi.
Krishna's cursed Yadava dynasty. After the Battle of Kurukshetra around 3138 AD, after a few versions of the calculations, Krishna and his Yadava dynasty lived in Dwarka. However, Yadava became arrogant and corrupt, which caused the gods' anger. One day, Yadava young people joked to the wise group and asked if their friend, dressed up as a woman, would give birth to the son. The sages understood the insult and cursed the Yadav dynasty, anticipating its destruction.
Es nedomāju, ka šajā vietā tiek ievērot kādi īpaši drošības noteikumi. Bet, kopumā ņemot atmosfēru diezgan jautra, vai ne?
Yes.
Mazliet cilvēki. Es tā sapratu aptuveni 200 uz šī mazā kuģīša. Kopumā ņemot kopši.
A few years later, Krishna went to the forest, where he was unfortunately shot by the hunter Yara, who mixed him with the deer. Krishna's death marked the beginning of Kali Yuga and deprived Dwarka's divine protection. God Vishnu had predicted that the city had to dip because it had become too materialistic. It is said that the sea covered all the castles, temples and streets, and the Dwarka disappeared underwater. Modern city archaeological evidence underwater expedition in the year 83 and later in the Gulf of India discovered ancient structures and city remnants at modern Dwarka. Some scientists believe that they could be remains of the historic Dwarka, which are in line with the legends of its sinking. I said goodbye to my Dwarka friends and also from the lovely hotel host family. Unfortunately, after years I found out that the lovely family had lost their father. I expressed my condolences to the family and let the gods protect the soul of the deceased.
Somnaths viesnīca kopumā ņemot ir diezgan normāla. Vienīgais šai viesnīcai ir viena tāda īpaša vieta, proti lifts, ko es labprāt nosauktu par depresīvāko liftu pasaulē. Braucam lejā. Saucīgā melodija skan mūžīgi mūžos.
I went to visit surroundings of Somnath. The program included all the new temple complexes and meditation caves on which these temples are built, with entrances to the sacred temple caves. According to the myths, the Somnath temple was built to worship Shiva as Someswara, the god of the moon. Legend has it that the moon, Som, was very beautiful, but he became very proud of his appearance, which caused Shiva's anger. Shiva cursed him, and Som lost his brilliance and became dark. Som, realizing mistake, went to Somnath to worship Shiva and asked for forgiveness. Shiva, being merciful, forgave the moon and restored its brightness. Thus, Somnath became a sacred place where the moon could regain its light. It is believed that Somnath temple was built on the site of divine event of forgiveness. The temple was one of the 5 main temples dedicated to Shiva in India and was considered a very important pilgrimage site. The temple is also known for its dramatic history, as it was built and destroyed several times, from ancient times to the time of the Mughal Empire, when it was destroyed and later rebuilt. I went through Somnath in a rickshaw, and wherever I went in the city I could smell something like a rotten fish. This did not surprise me, as seeing the rich fishing fleet in the city. I was surprised that some people said that the air in the city was especially salty and healing, and that it was associated with the sea. You get used to the smell over time. There was nothing left to do but to get used to it. I must admit that the city unfortunately seemed quite run down. I didn't see any Western tourists here, and mostly pilgrims were from India. The Somnath lingams in the sea are associated with the history and legends of the Somnath temple. The Somnath temple, located in Gujarat, India, is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas, the most sacred temples of Shiva. The original Somnath lingam is believed to have been Swayambhu, or self-created and very powerful. After the temple was destroyed several times, most notably during the attack of Mahmud Ghaznavi in 1025. It is said that priests tried to protect the sacred lingam by throwing those into the sea. Some believe that there are still Shiva lingams underwater, and sometimes locals and pilgrims claim that the sacred stones associated with the temple can be seen in the sea. The legend reinforces the sanctity of Somnath temple and emphasizes that deity, its energy remain even physical structure is destroyed. Some believe that the lingams in the sea are a part of ancient sacred temple ritual objects that have fallen in the water over time. The Somnath temple is considered one of the first and most important Jyotirlingam temples, a source of divine light, symbolizing Shiva. It is also one of the most important temples associated with divine power and healing. The Somnath temple has become a cultural and religious symbol, reminding us of Shiva's mercy and forgiveness, as well as the divine power can overcome even the greatest trials and evil. The modern Somnath temple is a popular pilgrimage destination, attracting thousands of devotees from all over the world. The temple has been reconstructed and renovated several times. Its name and the legend of its connection with Shiva and the moon have become an integral part of the Hindu historical tradition. Relatively close to Somnath there is a park to which a taxi took me several hours. When I got there, I came to conclusion and decided not to go there, because I saw that the price for foreigners was racist and inadequate, about 10 times higher than locals. I got a bit angry, and I was a little bit annoyed that I had wandered so far without any result. The driver offered me something better, tea at his friend's mango plantation. It was nice. After this trip, I left Somnath by train to Rajkot. Rajkot is a historical city located in the state of Gujarat in India. It has been an important part of Saurashtra region and is considered one of the main historical places in the region, closely associated with the Raja dynasties and their reigns. Rajkot is known for its rich history ancient monuments and architecture. Rajkot was founded in the year 1612. The city was founded by Thakur Sahib Bibhoji Ajaji Jadeja, who was the ruler of the Jadeja dynasty and a descendant of Bahadurga. According to legend, Graj was a very wise ruler who chose this place because it was strategically located near mountains and rivers that provided natural protection. The local people also considered the place sacred, and it was well known for its rich natural resources. It was considered an ideal place to rule and build a city that became the center of his power. The legend also tells that King Raj's mission was not to ensure not only protection but also development and flourishing culture. The city he built became an important trade and political center that contributed to the development of the region. The name of the city Rajkot was derived from the word Raj, king, which means the city of the king or settlement of the ruler. Historical significance was the capital of Saurashtra region at various stages of its history. Later the city came under British control and became a part of British India. Rajkot developed rapidly, especially during the Rajput rulers, and it became the main city of the region. Today Rajkot has developed into modern city, an important commercial, industrial and cultural center in the state of Gujarat. After we visited the zoo, me and my strange companion headed to Lothal. The worship of gods and deities in Lothal and other cities of Indus Valley civilizations showed signs of polytheistic approach to deity worship. Archaeological findings suggest that these people may have worshipped a variety of gods, such as gods of plants and life, as well as animals they were associated with their daily lives. Images of animals such as elephants and animal heads have been found, which indicate their symbolic importance in religious practice. Archaeologists have found various objects resembling altars and temples, which indicate that the people of Lothal may have practiced religious rituals. Although a direct connection between Indus Valley civilization and later gods worshipped in Hinduism, such as Shiva, is not fully proven. There are some researchers who believe that rituals and symbols of this early civilization may be influenced Hinduism and other religions. For example, the image of Pashupati, who is associated with Shiva, that appears on some cylinder seals of the Indus Valley civilization. Lothal is an ancient archaeological site located in the state of Gujarat. It is one of the most important sites associated with the Indus Valley civilization, the so-called Harappa civilization. Lothal is famous for having been an important port and trading center. It played a significant role in development of this ancient civilization ground 4,000 years ago. Lothal is one of the few cities in Indus Valley civilization located by the sea where evidence of highly developed trade and port infrastructure has been found. The legend of Lothal largely associated with the importance as an important port and trading hub that connected India with other civilizations, including Mesopotamia and Persia. Lothal is believed to have been a highly developed city, employing innovative water and sewage systems and producing a variety of ornaments that were traded around the world. Regarding the connection with Baltic cultures, there is no direct evidence to suggest any specific connections between the Indus Valley civilization and Baltic cultures. It is known that the Indus Valley civilization was highly developed with a trade network extending as far as Mesopotamia and Persian Gulf, and even further into Afghanistan and Arabia, and that there were some links with China also. The connection with Baltic cultures is usually mentioned when discussing the various ancient trade routes that may have connected Europe with Asia. Since these trade routes formed a network that included both the Indus Valley civilization and other ancient civilizations, it is possible that there was some form of cultural influence or exchange. However, the exact connection between Lothal and Baltic cultures is very uncertain and not supported by direct historical evidence.